G'day, I'm Helen, the Australian chef. I'm going to show you tonight how to make ghost meringues out of 3 ingredients. That's all you need. So what I've got here, I've got a cup of sugar, 4 egg whites, and some edible eyes, which I've sourced from a local supermarket through a friend of mine. So all you've got to do is separate the egg whites, 4 egg whites. Keep the yolks because you can use them for something else. If you've got a mixer, you can use a hand mixer if you'd like. Or I've got an electric mixer, so we're going to use an electric mixer. All we have to do is beat the egg whites with nothing else in them until a soft peaks forms. This doesn't take very long, but over the course of probably about 5 minutes in total. This has been beating for about approximately 4 minutes. So turn it off for now, and I'll just show you what it should look like. As you can see, some soft peaks have formed. Put that back down and slowly keep it on full speed, but slowly start adding the caster sugar, about a tablespoon at a time. This will take a couple of minutes, and then you've got to further beat it for another probably 2 or 3 minutes. So in total, probably about 5 minutes. This actually is dissolving it if you do it slowly. If you put it all in a clump, it will not mix as well, and it won't dissolve the sugar. And at the end of it, you'll have a nice glossy meringue effect. Caster sugar is much better to use because it's very fine. As you can see, I'm doing it quite slowly and quite small amounts. Okay, that's all the sugar in there now. So we'll only beat that for another couple of minutes until it's nice and glossy and thick. Okay, so that in total, that was about 5 minutes in total. So now we turn it off, lift it up, and then we've got the meringue in nice, beautiful, thick and glossy. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky point. Okay, I've got a disposable piping bag. You can get these from your local junk shop. Or if you haven't got a piping bag, you can get a reasonably large Ziploc bag and just cut a tiny corner off the Ziploc bag. You don't need a nozzle for this, so you don't need to go out and buy anything fancy. Okay, so I want the hole to be approximately 1 centimetre. So I'm going to cut at the end of the piping bag until it's probably about 1 centimetre. As you can see there, might be, if you can stick your finger in it, that's approximately 1 centimetre. Okay, so now we're ready to pipe. If you're using a piping bag like mine, fold it over and just open it up a little bit. This is the best way to. Some people put it over jugs and fill it like that. I prefer to hold it. Now using a spatula, gently place all the meringue into the piping bag. This is a little bit tricky job. And if you've got a freezer bag or a Ziploc bag, that's perfectly fine. Some people even use greaseproof paper and fold it to form a piping bag, because not everyone has piping bags. Okay, fill that all up. So now we're going to do the piping. Try and push that all down. This can be a little bit messy if you haven't got it in your piping bag properly. Okay, squeeze till you get to the end. Lightly put a bit of pressure on. So now we're going to begin piping. We're going to try and do it like the shape of a ghost. They're not going to be completely perfect, because really, who does know what a ghost looks like? But let's go. So we're going to start with some slight pressure and fold, do one big round and then try and go up to a sort of a peak. So it's got a little tiny bit of a peak on top. This should make, depending on what size you go, this should make between 15 and 20 ghosts. And if you want to make more, do it in 2 batches or simply double the mixture. Then you'll need 2 baking trays. Now, none of these are going to be perfectly symmetrical, and they might not all look the same. But has anyone ever met a ghost that looks the same? Okay. I've made these probably a little bit bigger than I could have. I could have made them a bit smaller. So I've only got 12 ones, but now I'm going to do a few little tiny ones. So we've got some baby ghosts. So we're getting to the end of the piping. Just refresh by squeezing it down again. There we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put the eyes in most of them, but I've left them to show you what to do. You can use tweezers if you are good at it, holding the tweezers. I think I'm better with just my hands, even though my hands do shake a little bit. So you just got to position it where you think their eyes may be. So just plonk the little eyes in there. They look quite cute, starting to resemble ghosts. I find that if you put it into a bowl, rather than take it straight from the jar. Some ghosts have got their eyes further down. As I said, they're not identical, but that's the whole point. There you go. That one, I think that one, his eye fell out. Let's put another one in. Well, he's got wide eyes. Okay, as you can see, they're all ready to go. Now we're going to put that in the oven at a preheated oven degree of 120, and they're going to cook for an hour or until they're firm to touch. Okay, I've taken them out of the oven. They were in the oven for 1 hour, and when the hour was finished, I turned the oven off and I left the oven door open, and they cooled down for around about half an hour. As you can see, they look quite cute, the little ghosts, and they look resemble. There we go, we've got your little meringue ghost. I found a little basket, and in that, it's a spider basket. As you can see, at all little angles, they look like cute little meringue ghosts. I hope your kids like them, I'm sure they will. Oh, that's it for me until next time. Enjoy your Halloween ghosts.